1、2、3，走。1、2、3，1、2、3。1、2、3，1、2、3，1、2、3，外交部，外交部。
同传试音1、2、3，1、2、3，谢谢。
微微姿势1、2、3，1、2、3。
123，123。
各位记者朋友
Friends from press, good afternoon. Welcome to the press conference today. I'd like to take your questions.
谢谢发言人，总台央视记者提问。中方
CCTV. China announced that Foreign Minister Wang Yi will pay a visit to ROK, was China's comment. China and ROK are neighbors and cooperation partners, and the all-around rapid growth of bilateral ties established 34 years ago have delivered tangible benefits to the two peoples and contributed to peace, stability, development, and prosperity in the region. Late last year and early this year, President Xi Jinping and President Li Jianming had successfully achieved mutual visits and reached a number of important common understandings, opening up new prospects for the development of bilateral ties. We believe Foreign Minister Wang Yi's upcoming visit will boost efforts on both sides to deliver on the important common understandings between the two presidents, strengthen communication, enhance mutual trust, deepen exchanges and cooperations, and make new progress in the China-ROK strategic cooperative partnership. Next one, please.
您好，新华社记者提问：中方今天
Xinhua News Agency, China announced that Foreign Minister Wang Yi will visit Indonesia. Can you brief us on China-Indonesia Comprehensive Strategic Dialogue Mechanism Conference and the second ministerial meeting of the China-Indonesia Joint Foreign and Defense Ministerial Dialogue? Could you give us a preview of the conferences? Was China's expectation? Under the strategic guidance of the two heads of states, solid progress has been made in building China-Indonesia community with a shared future, and cooperation in 5 critical sectors has yielded fruitful outcomes. As the first century-defining transformation accelerates, it is of great importance for the two countries, both major developing countries and major nations in Global South, to strengthen strategic communication, solidarity, and collaboration. The China-Indonesia Comprehensive Strategic Dialogue Mechanisms and the second meeting of the China-Indonesia Joint Foreign and Defense Ministerial Dialogue fully demonstrate the strategic significance and high level of China-Indonesia relation. In the first conference of the Comprehensive Strategic Dialogue Mechanism, both sides will focus on better synergizing development strategies, exploring practical measures to deepen China-Indonesia community with a shared future, and bolstering respective modernization. In the 2+2 dialogue meeting, Foreign Minister Wang Yi and Defense Minister Dong Jun will have in-depth exchanges of views with the Indonesia side on political security, defense cooperation, and international and regional situation. The two countries will follow the strategic guidance of the two heads of states, ensure the success of the two conferences, make coordinated efforts to advance cooperation on development and security, and move faster to build a China-Indonesia community with a shared future that carries regional and global influence, so as to bring more benefits to the people of China, Indonesia, and make a greater contribution to peace and development in the region and beyond. Next question, please.
发言人好，环球时报记者提问：我们关注到俄罗斯外长拉夫。
Global Times, Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov on Monday told reporters that Japan was initially designated as an enemy state in the UN Charter. He sincerely hoped that Japan read the Charter in its entirety, including the enemy state clauses. Japan joined the UN after having atoned for its crimes and recognizing the principles in the Charter. If Japanese leaders are attempting to violate their own constitution, rewrite international law, and evade historical responsibilities, it will naturally give rise to serious concern. What's your comment? China agrees with the view made by Foreign Minister Lavrov. The enemy state clauses is an important part of the UN Charter. On the occasion of the 80th anniversary of the opening of the Tokyo trials, it is important to reiterate what the enemy state clauses mean and underscore that the provisions still remain binding. This is crucial for defending the outcomes of the victory of the Chinese People's War of resistance against Japanese oppression and the World Anti-Fascist War, as well as preventing the revival of militarism. It is important for the international community to remind Japan that instruments with legal effect under international law, including the Carrot Declaration, the Potsdam Proclamation, and the Japanese Instrument of Surrender, stipulate Japan's international obligations as a defeated country and serve as the cornerstones of the post-war international order. Fulfilling these obligations is the political and legal prerequisite for Japan to be readmitted to the world. Today, however, the Takaichi administration keeps sidestepping the issue of historical crimes with no sense of remorse, and even attempted to whitewash and glorify them as part of its scheme to abandon pacifism, break free from the constraint of its constitution and domestic international laws, and speed up remilitarization. It is a blatant challenge to the post-war international order and provocation to peace and justice. All peace-loving countries need to jointly reject and check Japanese right-wing forces' dangerous pursuit so as to safeguard the outcomes of the World War II victory and the post-war international order and prevent the recurrence of historical tragedies. Next one, please.
Thank you. Question from Nippon TV.
日本电视台有报道称，中联部已经邀请日本议员在下周访问中国，而且双方将会进行会谈。有人称这是改善中日关系的举措。外交部对此有何评论？
我不了解。
I'm not aware of the situation you mentioned. I refer you to competent authority of China.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
谢发言人澎湃新闻提问。据报道，美国政府拟
The paper, it is reported that the U.S. government plans to send a letter to notify the signatories of the U.S. AI Opportunity Statement that it can't be held alongside membership in duplicative initiatives. A U.S. official said the letter was drafted specifically to make clear that countries can't have it both ways, arguing that countries can't join both the U.S. and Chinese AI ecosystems, was China's comment. Artificial intelligence is the collective wisdom and precious asset shared by all humanity. It is a shared expectation of the international community to carry out extensive AI cooperation, and countries have the right to choose their cooperation partners according to their own national conditions and development needs. China firmly opposes any attempts to force others to take sides or create bloc confrontation on AI. We hope that parties can abandon the zero-sum mentality, advocate solidarity, respect digital sovereignty of all countries, build a just and equitable system for global AI governance, and make AI an important driver for shared prosperity and common security. Next one, please.
凤凰卫视提问：据报道，马来西亚总理安瓦尔今
Phoenix, it is reported that Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar said at a recent interview that Taiwan is a part of China, but asked about his views on China's not committing to renouncing the use of force. Prime Minister said that if one Prime Minister of Malaysia decides to break away, he will use force to protect the unity of the nation. What's your comment? Upholding the One China principle is where the public opinion tends and the right thing to do. The international community's commitment to the One China principle is not to be shaken. China commends Prime Minister Anwar's remark. Let me stress once again that there is but one China in the world, and Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory. China must and will achieve reunification. This will not be stopped.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
Thank you. Question from AFP.
法新社，美国和韩国在今天都宣布将会更早的进行联合军演，更早的结束联合军演，因为特朗普表示，因为他和朝鲜的领导人关系非常好，所以将会削减美韩之间的联合军演。中方对这一决定有何评论？
We have responded to similar questions. Maintaining the peace and stability of the peninsula and pushing for the political settlement of the issue in the peninsula fills the interest of all parties.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
大家还有其他问题吗？
Any other questions?
好，那今天的记者会就到这里，谢谢大家。
This will be the end of today's conference. Thank you.